picture in my hands, coffee gone cold again. Something's different now, can't put my finger down. The way you looked at me, like I was meant to leave. 7 years together, fading like the weather. Standing at the edge of everything we built, watching as the cards begin to tilt. And I'm falling, falling. Never knew I had wings until the ground disappeared. All this time I was so afraid of letting go, but now I'm soaring through the rain and atmosphere, finding out that I can fly on my own. Empty side of bed, words we never said. Found your goodbye note, tear-stained words you wrote. But in this breaking point, where walls all disappear, something strange is happening. I'm finally breaking free, looking down at everything we used to share, realizing I don't need to stay right there. And I'm falling, falling. Never knew I had wings until the ground disappeared. All this time I was so afraid of letting go, but now I'm soaring through the rain and atmosphere, finding out that I can fly on my own. Sometimes the greatest strength comes when you're about to break. Sometimes you have to fall before you learn to fly away. Never knew I had wings until the ground disappeared. All this time I was so afraid of letting go, but now I'm soaring through the rain and atmosphere, finding out that I can fly on my own, finding out I'm better on my own. Saw you through the window of a crowded street. Same old eyes, but a different dream. Miles and mistakes between you and me, but somehow you're still familiar.
Carried your memory like a worn-out song, whispered your name even when I was gone.
Built my life where the river runs along, still looking for something familiar. Maybe the tides pulled us apart
to teach us how to find our hearts.
If we meet again, would you recognize the storms I've been through? Across the ocean, past the rain, maybe some echoes still remain. If we meet again,
I left behind the girl you used to know, learned to dance in the afterglow, turned every scar into something gold, built my wings from broken feathers,
I thought letting go was the only way. Never knew how much it cost to stay.
Found your name in the breath of the day. Maybe the winds had to rearrange so we could meet again. Would you recognize the dreams I've been through? Across the ocean, past the rain, maybe some echoes still remain if we meet again. You were my compass when I lost my way. You were my shelter on the darkest day.
Even broken roads can lead us home if we find each other alone. If we meet again, would you recognize the stars in my eyes? Maybe our hearts will sound the same if we meet again. If we meet again. If we meet again. Hands in pockets, morning half awake. Shop windows stacked with color and scent. Choosing words I can't say out loud. Petals lined up for every heart's intent. Thumb through cardstock, yellow and white. Friendship, kindness, doesn't matter now. You stood aside, soft eyes on the counter. I pretend, but wish to know how. Bought you flowers just for a part, but they're talking, they're telling my heart from paper flowers. Something's grown. I don't play pretend when I'm not alone. Owners laugh, gentle knows too much for your sweetheart. I nod uncertain, lists every meaning, colors run together. I end up holding half memory, half burden. Not a real girl, I mumble almost true, mixing up hopes in a borrowed bouquet. But you smile, hiding a blush, taking my arm just for the play. Bought you flowers just for a line, but the shape of your hand fits into mine from paper flowers. Something's grown. I don't play pretend when I'm not alone. Behind drawn curtains, petals fall away. Out in the yard, earth under nails, planting real roots, spring in rough hands. We're watering hope where pretending fails. Half a garden under our window, half said promises in loosened earth. No need to bargain for meaning again. You're here and love is simple as birds. But you have flowers, maybe at first, trading small acts rehearsed and rehearsed, from paper flowers to it's our garden that I've always known.